If anyone can confirm, Snoop Bob, do you hear me?
Yeah, bro, I'm sorry. It was just
That's fine.
repeating the space.
It's fine. We're just gonna wait for a while. We're still waiting on. I think DACAT should join with their account and also DOGELON. So let's just hold on for a sec and let's get people to join. Right. In the meanwhile, all you guys, what you should be doing is like, retweet, and comment the space. Right. Let's get as many people on there as we can.
Can I hear for a while who is the voice of Bob?
Yeah, sure.
Can Bob speak in a while?
Yeah, Bob is already a speaker. We're just gonna wait for the others to join.
Hey, bro, someone said to me you speak Italian, it's true?
Me, if I speak Italian?
Yeah, if you speak Italian.
No, man. My wife speaks Italian. I don't speak Italian.
Oh.
I know porco dio, but that's everything I know, man. Yeah. No, I understand a little bit of Italian, but I don't speak Italian.
Yeah,
No.
I actually not reached that type of words. I'm just trying to learn to the guys in the dev group from Bob. But we are actually at the phase of Stoccazzo. Do you know Stoccazzo?
No.
Okay, so Stoccazzo have two meaning. So one meaning for two type of using. If you say Stoccazzo, is male version. If you say sta minchia, is female version. But the meaning is the same because Stoccazzo is this cock. So we are trying to learn easy Italian words.
Okay, gotcha.
So when you need if someone asks you something, but you don't want to play with him, you say sto cazzo.
Okay.
It's easy using.
Stoccazzo, yes. It's like I thought you were talking about stock ads, like stocks in English and ads. So I was thinking it has something to do with Bob, but it was Italian. I understand. Let me see if I can get DOGELON to join, or at least somebody from DOGELON. Somebody should be joining. I'm just gonna drop a reply as well here because we're gonna have some kind of rewards during the space for all the participants. I'm just gonna drop a message as a reply and okay, join the space. There you go. Yeah, let's just, I see Sharby joined as well. Sharby will be joining as well today, actually, some part of the space. They're one of our partners. I actually asked him to join, but then, it took a while for a reply, so I kind of moved on and invited DOGELON Mars instead. They should be joining soon, but I think we can just already go ahead until somebody comes up here. But let me start maybe by generally explaining to the participants that we have $200 in rewards. How does that work, right? Basically, we're going to give away 4 times $50 to anyone who obviously is at this space, retweets this space, and asks a question for any of the projects. So either Bob, MMA, our token, of course, DACAT, Ellen. And 4 questions will be chosen, and those will be basically the winners, right? So just put your questions in the comments, and we'll come to that after some time. We will come to the questions, and when we pick your question, you basically win $50. On top of that, we have arranged a kind of, for our participants, a $500 buyback and burn it's just like kind of supported the project, right? And what does that mean? We have a poll up in our Telegram where people can vote for which project we are going to do a $500 buyback and burn after this space. So if you want to participate in that, join our Telegram group. It's pinned up here in the top of the space, and there you have a poll in top of our Telegram group where you can vote either for Bob, for DACAT, or for DOGELON Mars. And meanwhile, I see that DACAT also has joined with their account. That's good. So let me see if DOGELON is here already. But I guess we can go ahead because it's already 10 past. So today is basically how we do it. We are kind of going to speak individually with each project, right? Asking you guys what you're up to, how's it going, what do you expect in the next period from your project, right? And after that, we're gonna have an opportunity to freely speak about the things which are going on in the market, how you feel about the market, what do you think about the narratives for, the next meme season, or you can also ask us questions, obviously, because we are also a project. We are called Meme Alliance, and our goal is exactly kind of what we're doing here today. It's to unite multiple meme coin projects, basically under one flag, right? So like we're having today here, Bob, we have DACAT, we have Sharby, we have DOGELON, right, all in one space, and I think that's pretty cool. And that's not only it, we are actually building a shooter that incorporates all these meme coins. However, Bob and DACAT are not yet officially integrated in our game. Sharby and DOGELON Mars are. But I think it's clear, it's fine to say that we are working together with Bob and with DACAT to get a partnership going and to integrate their memecoin characters into our game, which we are very excited for, especially because these are two projects that are actually long-standing already, right? They are not just meme coins that popped up yesterday. They are projects with a community. They are projects with, a long-term vision, so to say, and they're projects that you are pretty sure of that they won't rug because simply this distribution is so beautiful that after such a long time that these projects are just here for the community, right? And these are the kind of projects we're looking for. So we are happy to tell you guys that we are working on a partnership with Bob and DACAT, and we're going to obviously communicate more about that. Things have been a little bit slow lately because we were busy with a lot of things on the background. If it's about new character implementation, simply because we were busy with IMX partnership, which you might have heard, but we're going to jump into that later a little bit. Also, we were preparing a Solana launch, which we have decided to delay for now. And, we've been really, really busy and we're still really, really busy, but we came now to the point that we are going to work and focus on our game, right? And that includes new partnerships like Bob, DACAT, and more others. I see DACAT is here. I'm not sure if DACAT is going to come up as a speaker. Maybe Dakinxi, I guess you are the speaker for DACAT, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if DOGELON is here. Not yet. Okay, so let's just start with Bob, right? So Bob is a meme coin. If I'm not mistaken, you guys launched in April 2023, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was pretty much around the same time as Pepe, maybe a week later or something like that. And you guys have had a massive, massive pump in the beginning. And then like every other meme coin, right, you have your kind of side trading, and then you had another pump and a little bit of side, and then another pump, and now you guys seem to have found a very decent floor, I believe around 27 million market cap and over, I think, 17,000 holders, right? So that is a lot of holders. That is a big market cap. I'm just wondering, what are you guys up to? Like, what are you planning? I've seen your video about the debate, which was amazing. I really laughed my ass off, and I think that's what Bob stands for, right? Creating content which, provides humor, right? And it makes people laugh. And I think that's a great approach. And that video was amazing. But how are you guys doing?
Yeah, no, thank you. No, we're doing
Oh,
great.
no, is Steve speaking? Oh,
It's
damn.
Steve. No, we're you're right on with at the beginning we had a nice pump. We had, for those that don't know the story of Bob, he was the first shilling crypto bot. You would tag him in a post and he would explain it in a simpler term. And he was all over. I think we got up to 400K followers, and Mr. Elon Musk himself was interacting with our bot until later on he realized that it was attached to a crypto, and we all know how he loves his Dogecoin. So he ended up banning our bot from X, and we took a nice dive after that, but we kept working, growing, trying to find nice floors on our way down. I think we actually sunk all the way down to a $2 million market cap. And we ended up working hard, and like you said, we're on we range now between 20 and 27 million, and we're just trying to keep growing. We have a lot of things in the works. I know it might be too soon to say, but we have a special Telegram super utility bot that's one of our devs is working on. We have a lot of partnerships that we're looking for. That's why we're kind of excited to work with you guys. The graphics of your game is unreal. And that would be it'd be a cool thing to be part of, because I see your guys' project being the next big thing here. Pretty much.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Actually,
Yeah.
I remember that bot, man. It was ask Bob anything or something like that.
Explain this, Bob. Explain this,
Yeah,
Bob.
yeah, yeah. I remember that bot. We actually, because we are also part of Elmo ERC, so that's also our project. And we were actually thinking when we saw that bot, it would be cool to do something similar, right? But in the Elmo kind of tone. But then indeed we saw that after some time it got banned from X, which is a pity because I saw a lot of people were using it, right? You have a lot of those bots still. Like I think DOGELON has one as well right now. If I'm not mistaken.
Can I, Steve, to answer this? Yeah, about the boat was totally used for people, from celebrities, from doctor. It was something that people enjoyed so much because it was like to say to a child, so easy words, every reply immediately with a great engagement. I remember when we started to play, constantly with the boat, with Elon. And he replied with us something like 20 times. He replied Bob. So it was normal that the impact from the the major the ex chief, was a great engagement for us, and the token, uh, pumped in every reply. It was something normal. But I remember we never hide the fact that Explain This Bob was powered by Bob Etich token. Was the injustice till today. So we got banned a bot that was totally, not hide from being also a coin. How we covered that fact, and this was the fact why we got to the bottom at 2.1 million. I remember was something so fast. From 2.1 million, we pumped it again to 5 million instantly. Was something so incredible at that point, and then in a range of 3 million for some months before the pump. But we covered the absence from Bob with our characters. So we created Snoop, we created Bob Knight, we created Bob Alina, we created Steve Bobs. Any one of this type of player daily, constantly with Giga, Drini, all the guys, Kipster, all the guys, and the other guys in the community that start to want to be a bobber. So they have profile picture, like for every meme actually. We just started before the order, and I need to say, we are, for sure, uh, I'm a mobile character, but many outdoor memes actually are doing very, very fire contents, and we need to admit. But we, as community driven token from start, did everything with our only strength. And this was the fact. So Bob from start was like a safe haven where people came to be a bobber and enjoy, yeah, slowly but steady, this adventure in crypto. I think Bob is still a tier one meme, so undervalued, not for the money behind, not for the market cap. I mean, is undervalued for
As
the,
the meme, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean in general, you guys are also listed on a lot of big exchanges, right? If I'm not mistaken, Bob is listed on KuCoin, for example.
Coin Bybit, Coin Bybit
Exactly.
as tier one.
Exactly. So I think that Bob is the kind of meme that once the real, like, let's say the bull market, let's say, right, when we're gonna see BTC going close to 100K, maybe 80K even it already starts. I think that Bob is one of those memes that will probably fly simply because your token is available on all these exchanges, right? Not only on the
Yeah.
DEX. So
I believe we're
people,
on 21 total, 2021. So
yeah,
it's
exactly.
quite a few.
And all that was organic, like organic listing, or how did that work?
There's a lot of organic listing. A good amount of them, a few of them were paid for with the volume
Okay.
too. So it wasn't all, obviously you need the volume to get the attention
Oh, yes,
of
exactly.
these guys.
Yeah, we got all the exchange in 2 months, from April to June. I think we were, in every exchange we are actually, so 20 plus checks actually, I think.
A very big thing is when we did drop at a point, we never got delisted. All of our exchanges stood by us, and that was pretty awesome because a lot of times with meme coins, like
Yeah,
you
but that
said,
means Yeah, but that means that there's volume as well, right, on their exchanges. So that's good. It means that the demand is still there. I just think that, like after behind Pepe, Bob is it's like a recognizable kind of meme, right? And I think that in general, Bob, like if I look at the Bob chart and it's just kind of like, it's just waiting for the next pump,
Bro,
and when it will come, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like a chart that like does the pump, then a little side trade, and then a pump, and then a little side trade. It's like you know it's coming, right? You know it's coming, but when you don't know, obviously. But it's a good chart you guys have. I think that you guys will have a very very good bull run
yes, thank
this
you.
year or next year.
I just seen
Yeah,
another chart in that way in 2021 was Shiba. And no one at the start thought about Doge was the dog, but no one thought about Shiba was really a Doge killer. But it happened. And we've seen who started the meme coin the last year. Was Pepe, was not a dog, was not a cat, was not a rat, was not a celeb, was not a fucking cult, was not nothing. Was just a frog and another frog. And you've seen all people. What happened when someone tried to copy Bob? You remember Normie? You know that Normie is totally destroyed. You remember Pepe too?
yeah, I
I
know.
don't see them today here in this space of memes. I don't see them on X. I just see contract redo contract supply to older, and then
Yeah, I mean, but we had the same with Elmo. We had a lot of trying to copy it, but actually nobody succeeded. It's like it seems that in memes it's like this, that when you have one proper successful first launch, like Pepe, like Bob, it's very, very hard to redo that. Even, well, maybe probably if you have the money, you will be able to surpass it for some time. But I mean, a community like Bob is being built over such a long period of time that it's not something you can just break, right? Maybe market cap wise, yes, you can break it temporarily, but as a token, as a meme, as a community, no, that's not possible to do. I think even with money, right? To just get like that many holders in the course of a couple of days or in a couple of weeks. I think like some examples which are maybe like right now you have. I think there's a very big like kind of hype right now around PayPay, for example, MAGA. Trump, those are some exceptions, but those are good memes, right? Those are good memes with strong communities. But I don't see, for example, another Bob doing better than this Bob, right? Because you guys have already put out such a strong foundation over this more than a year. I think it's already 14 months by now that you guys are here. That is very hard to break that. And I think that's also the beauty about such meme projects, which are just continuing to develop the same one rather than going ahead and build a new one, because that's what a lot of people do, unfortunately, as well, right? They kind of jump ship and they say, okay, let's launch another one, right? And so on and so on. I think meme coins like Bob, also DACAT is the same. I think those are the most beautiful memes, right? Because those are actually either teams or communities. They just truly believe in what you guys have kind of prepared, right, for the future, and what you guys have built. And I don't mean utility. I mean, a meme doesn't need utility. I think that memes that they need, first of all, and most importantly, they need a community, and they need a creative community. Like you say, right, when a community can create content, like, for example, I see that DACAT is really good at creating content. I see that Bob is really good at creating content. That is a very big step already forward, right? And that's something you cannot do with marketing, for example. You cannot buy people to be so dedicated to such a beautiful meme. That's impossible. I mean, people love good charts, obviously. People love a pump, but I personally, I like memes that are established, right? And generally when we are at Meme Alliance looking at new partners, we look at established projects rather than high market cap or, holder count or whatever. We look at established communities simply because I think it's for them also kind of like a reward, right? To be able to be added to such a game with their character. I think it's a nice thing, and especially because we do it in a way for free. But it's still a nice addition to your token, right, and to your community. So yeah, I'm really happy that we are working with projects like yours, and I hope that we'll be adding only such projects in the future. But what are you guys up to? Like, what is your plan? Are you guys are just kind of focused on community building and content creation, or you guys have something months?
So obviously, we're always waiting for that day Elon lets bots back on the X. That's always in our back pocket, but we don't count on that. Right now, we are truly focused on partnerships and just awareness. We just got our supply and market cap all verified on CoinMarketCap. We're just trying to get out there, and so we could, get more views at this point. Grow our community. I think we're at 19K holders at this point. I think we have 10,300 in our TG. We're just always trying to keep a positive vibe in the Telegram. And like you said, it's mainly just about content and a community at this point. We're trying to keep everyone happy and engaged, and that's kind of what we just focus on daily. There's really nothing more other than keeping everyone hyped. We're trying to roll out new things every day, every week, whenever we can. And we have our Bots by Bob. It's a semi-utility, but it's more of a fun utility. It's, our dev creates these voice bots to just kind of liven up Telegram chats. It's not a serious business. It's more of let's just get Bob's name out there and have some fun with it. And that's kind of, we're trying to get in a few Telegrams to kind of excite them up. And we'd be glad to put one in your guys' too if you wanted to add something like that. But that's our Bots by Bob, is just kind of a way to keep our name out there. So.
Yeah, I saw you guys actually posted. I think it was today or yesterday, right? That your supply got verified on CoinMarketCap.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good because that kind of puts you more on the map because your ranking goes up, right? On CoinMarketCap. Because even if you're a high market cap meme and you don't have a verified supply, you don't really show up in the top memes, if you know what I mean. And now you guys probably show a little bit more in the top, which is good. We also have a verified supply. But you didn't have verified supply before? Like, this is like the first time they verified it for you?
This is the first time. We've been listed on it. It just never got verified.
Yeah.
And been trying to do it, and there's a couple burns that happened. They were kind of throwing up some errors. And so we finally had to build some APIs to prove everything, and it aligned with their numbers, and they verified it for us.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Alrighty, and we'll come back to Bob soon. Let's just also have a talk with the DACAT. I think that Kingsley is going to speak, if I'm not mistaken, or DB Crypto. I don't know which of you guys is going to speak. Maybe both of you. Anyway, welcome guys. Thanks for being here. One thing I have to say about DACAT is that even though you're not the biggest meme out there, your community is amazing. Like at the moment we started kind of speaking with you guys, we had a lot of people joining our community, and they are like not high in numbers, but I mean their dedication to the project is amazing. How did you guys pull that off?
Hey guys, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Excellent. Can I first of all say thank you very much for hosting this. Thanks for having us. Secondly, your game is fantastic. And we were over the moon and very enthusiastically agreeable to the fact that you guys offered to put us in it. So yeah, thanks for that. And and I know I speak on behalf of everybody when I say that we are very, very excited to be a playable character on the Meme Alliance game. I mean, DB is a lot better at talking about the technical. So if it's okay, I'll just give you a very brief overview, and then I'll pass over to him because he's the smart one. But the short version is that we are basically the hangover of Grumpy Cat Coin. We launched back in March 2023, and there was this is before my time, but there was a big pump. There was a lot of interest. It was kind of like the Pepe Killer. There was the whole thing. And it went off really well, and then it got hit by some hardcore real life FUD from lawyers and things, claiming the copyright name. And from then on, it kind of just sort of faded a bit, and people carried on struggling and trying to deal with it. And in the end, we decided back in November, December time that we needed to be hitting the bull run with a fresh kind of, non-IP issue coin. We'd built such a strong kind of, community, as you mentioned. And so we felt that the dev came forward and said to us, listen guys, we're never gonna really do particularly well, not because we're not good and not because we're not doing the right things and not because we don't know the right people. It's just that these lawyers are just an absolute disaster and they're just after us all the time. And so we suggest that we start again. And we were like, okay. So, basically that's where DACAT came from. We launched in January. And we've had a kind of stealth launch as such in terms of that we haven't had that big pump, the pump that, many other projects like Bob just described. We've never had that. We pumped from sort of 0 to 3 million. We went down again and we've been kind of cruising around and now we're kind of, the sort of 900,000 kind of range. But what we've been doing as a community is we've been kind of developing ourselves as a brand, and we're trying to, sort of position ourselves as a creative hub, much like what you guys are doing. We have some very, very big and very influential, coin holders in our project. And, they're also heavily linked with some other big projects as well. And so we're in a position where we're doing this graphic novel, which is, a kind of, a way for us to have fun with other projects, much like you guys we're about to all do together with the game. And so what's happened is that we're making this graphic novel and within that novel we are DACAT, and then there are other coins like the, evil frogs, no insult Bob. And so we're having epic battles with them and basically we're also have other very, important, communities that are going to be featured in the graphic novel as well. And therefore it's a way for us to reach out to them and connect the dots with some of our really big holders. So, that's the main crux of what we're doing. This actual Spaces is probably about a week early for us because we've got a new website that's coming out next week, which is more in keeping with what we're trying to do as an ethos as a project. And also the graphic novel is going to be coming out very soon as well. The other thing that we have, one more quick thing, is that one of our best and most popular holders, DeBaker, his best mate has built a raft out of reclaimed plastic from the Pacific Ocean, and he is on a mission, an environmental mission, to spread the word about the ecological dangers of humans putting shit in the seas. And so we're sponsoring his journey on that. So that's going to be made official soon as well. So we're a tiny little project compared to you guys, but we have large aspirations. But I'd like to pass you to DB if that's okay. You can talk a bit more about the coin itself.
Sure. I just want to add on top of that one thing. You're saying that you're much smaller than us, but actually you're not smaller than us, if you're about the market cap and everything. We are also, like DACAT, in my opinion, very undervalued. Simply because we do actually something meaningful, in my opinion. And, I think we are both undervalued. I think also Bob is undervalued if you look at what kind of memes are at a billion market cap, right? I just have a quick question about the name DACAT. Is Da coming from Da Vinci, like the creativeness behind it?
Oh, I wish I could say that. Yes.
Okay, you don't know.
Yes, it is. It was just a fun name. We thrashed around loads. But now you just said that, we are definitely going to steal that, if that's okay.
Yeah, because I mean, you guys are doing cool stuff, right? You're creative, and I think that fits very well with the name Da Vinci. That's why I thought Da comes from Da Vinci and Cat, obviously from Cat, right? All right, DB Crypto.
Yeah, we like that, and yeah, thanks for the welcome to the stage and to the game. I mean, we are really excited about it, but that's Kingsley summed it up really concisely, really well. I think what you see with DACAT is a community at the core, it's a community of people. And I'm not sure how common it is or not, but you actually find, quite a diverse group, but a number of people that are, I would say, skew older and skew more Web 2 investor profiles. And so there's a number of people that, started off, as DeKingsley said, over a year ago, 13, 14 months ago in the project. And as we, looked at the upcoming bull, as we started making, our bets on the community and how we could build this thing. The beautiful thing has been we've had this long time to, mature as a community. And part of that maturation was this idea of let's create a meme. We believe there's absolutely a need for a cat token on Ethereum to be to compete on top. And with a lot of the community that we've grown to know and love, because so long we've been together, and, where we've found whether it's challenges with FUD or whether it's just, adapting or positioning different things, to prepare for a bull run. I mean, that's a lot of things that we've been lucky enough to have this a long time, to connect and engage with each other. And with that creativity you spoke about, that's just so crucial. We have people that create wonderful YouTube videos and all this creative. DeKingsley talked about a graphic novel that we got excited about along the way. Just like, man, we should come out with our own character. And with that character, it's really about how do we develop this into a real brand, knowing that it would take a little longer. But we're planting the seeds and setting the stage for a lot of these catalyst events upcoming, and we're excited that this is a big one for us to really get started on some of these things that we're rolling out. DeKingsley mentioned a real life opportunity for sponsorship. We've looked at, we've set aside a wallet for animal shelters that's basically sitting there untouched in a multi-sig. We've also have if you look on, through Etherscan on our wallet list, you'll notice like one of the biggest wallets is what we call our sex wallet, which is just reserved tokens as we are ready to implement on central exchanges. If tokens are needed for those initial, top exchanges, we have tokens set aside just for that purpose. That's fairly significant. And just a number of people within our community have stuck with us basically over a year. And really a lot of us, myself, to Kingsley, many of those people in this room included, we just chip away and continue to accumulate. And what we've found is a lot of the, Jeets or traders or whatever, and they come and go, like you said, and you have spikes. And for us, since we kind of made this transition a number of months ago, it really proved and allowed for the believers of this community to come along with us. We provided ample time for everybody to say, hey, here's what we're doing. We're going to create a new brand. We're going to migrate. Here's how you do it. We helped, and we basically had daily spaces or voice chats almost every day for almost about 12 months. And really cultivating a pretty cult-like, community, and we love it that way. And so we're small but mighty, and we're very excited to prepare for this upcoming cycle that we're big believers that is going to be pretty epic. And we're just not going anywhere, and we have such amazing people, and that's why we do it every day and show up. And we continue to look for more partnerships, more engagements, and we have a few more things up our sleeve that we're not quite ready to talk about yet, but some things that are coming out soon. So we're excited to be here though, so we appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks a lot for being here as well, guys. Actually, also DACAT Studios, which is here, which also joined our community. Actually, I see he's an amazing content creator. He made some videos as well about Meme Alliance, and the guy has like the perfect voice, if you know what I mean, to create amazing videos. And he's created also for DACAT. I watched the videos, such amazing videos. And it's good to have such people, right, in the community that are willing and are dedicated to do such things, right? And I think that's strong to have, definitely. I actually also saw the 3D character which he created into a toy box, and that character in our game will look 100% amazing. Like that will be, I believe it's the first cat, if I'm not mistaken. That character you guys have, that's a really cool character, I have to admit. And I think that is going to be probably one of the most beautiful characters we have in the game. I also see that DOGELON joined in the meanwhile. So you guys, indeed, you have big plans, right? But it's what it is, right? You do everything you can. But I have a feeling that right now, a lot of projects are maybe not struggling. I wouldn't call it struggling, but I think at some point will be a turnaround where the kind of so-called, I wouldn't call them shitcoins, right? But like, the pump and dumps, let's call it so, will be maybe less popular simply because people realize that it's maybe not exactly the way, and they will start looking for projects like yours, right? More into actually, building something cool, building something unique. And I think also in the bull run, we're going to see that Swift probably a lot more when there's a lot of new people joining the market, right? They're going to be going to get wrecked so many times that they're going to look for something more stable, something more like unique, right? Doing something like you guys do with the novel, or like Bob does with their content, right? Like the debate, for example. That's just amazing. I mean, those videos. Actually, your chart also went up after that video, which deserves it, right? After such content. DOGELON, I don't know if you're the one who is going to speak, but I invited you to speak as well. But overall, the market seems a little bit like right now it's not going to do much, and I think because of the holiday period in let's say, I guess you can call it Western countries, I think not much is going to happen until probably August. That's just my opinion. So, we have time to build. Same for us, right? And I'm very curious as well, how Bob is going to look like when it turns out as a character in our game. It's a bold green guy, right? But turning it into 3D is not that easy. It's not that easy. So I'm very curious how that's gonna look. What's up, Kingsley?
I actually wanted just to reach out to Bob and DOGELON and ask their permission if they would like to be in our graphic novel as characters, and if there was because the thing that's it feels like fate, with regards to joining up with you guys in the Meme Alliance, is that what we're trying to do is very similar to what Meme Alliance are doing, but they're not clashing. They actually complement each other. And so we kind of decided with the graphic novel that we were just going to write a story about, DACAT fighting Pepe. And then as things kind of developed and we grew, the idea and what we wanted to do, we realized that actually, this was a way of kind of interacting with other communities and having fun with them, a bit of banter, much like we're going to be doing with you guys who are shooting each other and blowing each other up in the game. It'd be fun to have, some kind of story that can be part of the Meme Alliance project, and the graphic novel can kind of relate to that. And then the long-term aim of what we're trying to do is to create a movie, or full-length TV show based on the exploits of, the different meme coin projects and DACAT, obviously. So this is something. So can we reach out to you guys, Bob and DOGELON, and try and get some artwork thrown around and see what you guys think and see if you want to be part of this? Would that be something you guys interested in?
Yeah, definitely reach out to us. If you want to contact us, it's Steve Bobs, Snoop Bob, or Bob Knight. We usually communicate everything.
I can just create a group. I can just create one group with all you guys, and then you can
that's
just,
even better.
Yeah, I really,
Perfect.
I think that's exactly the power of kind of what we are kind of trying to do in DACAT as well, right? That you can actually, as friends, work on these things and not as enemies, right? That we are an alliance and that we are going for this together and not separately.
That'd be cool.
Yes, that would be very cool. So I'll create a group after this, so you guys can just get in touch there. DOGELON, I don't know if you're requesting to speak or somebody else is going to join to speak, because right now nobody requested yet. Maybe it's Flair, but it seems to be a different token. But I'll just add you as a speaker.
If I can say something about
Sure, go ahead.
the cat friend. For example, we every Sunday we make Bob. It's like Pornhub, but more Bob. And we talk about shit. We talk about the market condition, what we are doing. People come to ask things. So it's such a space, 1 hour like this, for example, we make every week. So for us, it will be a pleasure if a cat friends want to come tomorrow for the space. Officially, so as guest of the next Bob that is tomorrow.
Absolutely. Cheers, Snoop Bob. Yeah, that's great. I mean, we've come to realize that, one of our community members pointed out that over 1 million meme coins were produced in April and May this year alone. And so there are so many shit projects out there. And, it's very difficult for people, the general public, even people that know and understand crypto to find decent projects. So I think one of the beautiful things about what Meme Alliance are doing, is that they're creating a hub of kind of stable, predictable, quality projects that can work together, be friends, and then all grow together. The upside for every single one of our projects. I mean, I know we're teeny tiny, but there's a big upscale for us. There's huge upscale for all the projects. Unless you're in the billions, then, and we know where this bull run is going. I mean, DB's been talking about it. We got the ETFs coming out. We've got all of the fun stuff, and we haven't even started the bull run yet. So this is the absolute perfect time for us all to be making friends and to get into to know each other and working hard. And we'll have your back and you can have ours. And I think it's gonna be fun, and we're gonna get loads of people playing the game, and it's a great idea, my friends. And, we are, as a group, very enthusiastically supporting it. And yeah, we'll reach out in the Telegram group, and then, it'd be great to come and talk to you guys tomorrow for sure, Bob.
Yeah. I'm happy about it. It is, like you said, it is not about how big the meme is. It is not, as said before, about there is no war against us, so we don't need to fight, because everyone that invests, and there are a lot of money into the market, and that nobody can think about. So if someone just like a meme and buy it, is okay. If we connect and bring more audience, so people from your community enjoy the Bob meme and buy the Bob meme. Same for us, for our community. It's the same. It's just to growth connection. Nobody else. So it's totally correct. We made the past Bob up, the past two Bob ups. We made the one with a PopCat on base, and the one was also with a project with very, very little market cap. What you fucking are loving, Steve? I don't know. So it is a pleasure for us to make something.
I'll sum it up in English for Snoop. We're always
Yeah, bro. I'm
looking to
just
work with everybody.
Yeah, was a hard day, because I was at sea with my family, but also with friends. We smoked a lot, so when it's like, you remember what the fuck it was. You remember the film about the Joker. The character behind Joker, when made the film, then became like him. So it's the same. I'm just trying to be Snoop, so I need weed every day and all the things.
He's trying to play the part.
Yeah, but it's not just to play; it's just to lead the part.
So no, we're always welcome to work with anybody. We don't care.
Yeah, well, you
big
know
or
what?
small.
I think what we could do is I could reach out actually to all the partners we've partnered up with right now, and maybe it would be interesting to just create a chat with all of us, right? So we can just kind of connect with each other, right? If we need advice, or you guys have an event going on and you want to invite any of the partners, and you can just do that in one simple chat, right? I'm not sure if everybody's interested in that, but I think that's pretty cool, right? That we can just speak with each other
a cool thing for you guys to say you brought everyone together for your project. And
well, I mean, that's kind of what we started, right? That's kind of our goal, I mean, even though you shoot each other, it's still like, it's about having fun together, right? I mean, it's a game. It's not that you're actually shooting someone. So, but yeah, the game is kind of like the fuel to kind of, make these things happen, right? It's making things a little bit more interesting as well, because you can, even though we're friends, you can have like fun community games in the future, right? Like Sharby versus Bob, or Bob versus DACAT, or DOGELON versus Volt. These things will happen in the future, like community specific games. games, which I think is really cool, right? That you can kind of like as a community in the TG say, hey guys, maybe let's hop on Meme Alliance, let's just play a game, right, against whatever other community, and that you can actually have fun doing so, you know. And I think that's an amazing thing we are building. It's not something you do in one day, right? It's something that needs time, but we are actually really far in delivering a very good game. I know people don't like the word soon. We are like we actually received already a version, but we were not entirely happy. There was some bugs, so we're fixing them right now. But we're gonna have a really good game with already leaderboards included, and we're also working on already having a immutable IMX integration in the game, so you can actually connect your passport wallet to the game, which is extremely bullish for a game like ours. Because IMX, I don't know if you guys know, but it's like the biggest gaming crypto platform there is, pretty much, if it's about market cap. And we're going to get a lot of players from there, right? So we are working on that right now. And we hope to, in probably July, deliver the game as I don't call it a beta. I think it's not a beta anymore. I think it's like kind of like a good first version of the game, right? And if we will be able to put DACAT and Bob in that one already, we will see. We will do our best. Hopefully we can. I for sure know that that DOGELON is in there as one of the new characters. Also, we will have Volt Inu. We will have Doge One. We will have Pork. We will have a lot of new characters, and Smurf Cat as well. So the next lineup is going to be basically Bob, DACAT, and we're working on one more on the background. I'm not going to mention it yet. Maybe some people maybe already know, but it's going to be another big meme coin on Ethereum. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. I think it would be also cool if your communities could kind of also, because our Meme Alliance TG community is not a meme community, right? But we do very happily invite people to come and hang out in our TG and just even speak about their projects. We really don't care. As long as people don't offend each other, right? As long as people are respectful with each other, they speak about the general market, about crypto, about meme coins, or whatever. I'm really happy to invite everyone to our community, right? It's not like this that we ban people because they mention a different token or something like that, you know. So we welcome you all. I know that DOGELON is here, but the speaker. Let me see if the speaker is here as well. She was here. Wait, let me check.
We're also asking, for example, me and Steve, the other guys, a few other communities we are supporting right now. It's possible maybe next to organize something like this also with the other community.
What do you want to organize? Like a
no,
space?
yeah, bro. Was English for sure, 100%, because was prepared.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah, was English. It was incredible English, but I said me and Steve and the other guys, for example, supporting few communities
Yes.
out there of other memes community. It's possible for next episode, for example, of Meme Alliance to bring this community into, so to make something like today.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, we can.
it was English, by the way.
Yeah, it was. Of course, it was English. No, I mean it would be cool to do like a mega space where we basically invite everyone, right? But you know,
Yes.
people need to be prepared. People need to be prepared that such a space will take a bit of time, because if you're going to have 10 different projects, then you know it's not going to take 1 hour, right? People want to speak, and I think that the most beautiful kind of format of a space is like we are having here, not strictly with questions, but like kind of an open conversation in a way, right? I also see that Sharby joined. Sharby, hey, how are you doing, Sharby?
How are you doing? I'm doing really well.
Oh, it's you said you would join, right? Okay, I remember.
Yes.
I was expecting you would join from a different account.
No,
I see that Hero is here as well, actually.
he is. This is all dolled up. I'm speaking
Yes.
under Sharby today. Yeah. Thanks for
How's it going?
It's going really well. It's going really well. I did see your message, and I'm sorry I didn't get back to you in time, but thank you for still bringing us up and sharing the space.
Sorry, Snoop. I had to just remove you for a second because there was something weird in the background. But actually, this is the first time that Sharby joined and actually sounds like Sharby.
Oh,
Like normally Sharby sounds like a man called Hero, if I'm not mistaken.
so heroic.
Yes. I mean, you guys are mainly. I actually follow Sharby pretty well. You guys are working on the Dream Factory, and actually already it's live, right?
Yeah, that's so if anyone doesn't know, all dolled up speaking for Sharby. Sharby was launched in January of 23. Fast forward 16 months, we currently are on Ethereum, Solana, and Shibarium. Sharby is the multi-chain meme queen, as we like to call her. And really our focus and drive is the paid to hold concept. So P to H, paid to hold. On Ethereum and Shibarium, that comes in the form of taxes. So every buy and sell, all our holders are earning rewards. And we've paid out over $1 million. So in the last 15 months, our all-time high on two chains, which was when we were on Arbitrum and Ethereum, was 40 million. I once again, I feel like our market cap right now doesn't reflect the value and what we're building and bringing to the space. But that's okay. We continue.
Wow, you guys really were at 40 million?
So we hit 20 million on Arbitrum and 20 million on Ethereum.
Wow, but that was last
Yes.
year, or that was not that long
That was
ago? I
last
didn't even
year.
know that.
Yeah, that was last year.
Yeah, but still, that's really high.
It was.
That's really
It
high.
was.
I didn't know.
The rewards
Yeah.
were nice. Yes. So we were kind of a takeover, right? Sharby initially was launched as a LARP, and we bought into the narrative, and it was very, very easy to believe, and a lot of strong, great people came into Sharby, and so we ended up getting full takeover around September. We legalized Sharby as a DAO in Panama in November. And we just continued to build and build and build. And, some things worked, some things didn't. But we went through a lot. And speaking on the Dream Factory, that's really how the Dream Factory came to. We took all of our trials and tribulations and the things we went through with developers and consultants and lawyers and anything you can think of. But in the last 16 months, we have found really trustworthy people to work with, great legal attorneys if you want to form a DAO, developers to build bots, consultants, dev work. And so this is where the Dream Factory was born. It's in its infancy. We have launched the website. It's a work in progress, but it's sharbydreamfactory.com. Our first utility or release was our volume bot. And so right now we have a volume bot available for projects on Solana. And we've done about 120 SOL in orders in the last 4 to 5 weeks. And it's really great. And our goal is we're going to continue to build this out. If someone needs services, this is kind of the ecosystem we're building. They can go to the Dream Factory and they can find, maybe they need a video or something creative, art. They do need a lawyer. They need a consultant, a dev. It's going to be your hub to find all of those that we've vetted and that we can speak for that are trustworthy. And, we've spent 50,000 on a listing that we never got the listing. We've paid developers 6 figures for a product, and when we got it, it didn't work. So kind of taking all that stuff is where the Sharby Dream Factory was born, and it's going really great. We also have the Sharby Hot Seat, which Meme Alliance joined us last week. It was really great. We've been with you guys for as long as I can remember. It's from the beginning. Sharby.
I think it was I was together with Dork Lord, like it was, I believe, in December or something like that.
Yeah. That's been a great partnership, and Sharby being the female character leading the way in the game, and our son has played it. It's great. We're just excited for you guys and to watch it grow. But it's that resiliency, right? Like, we continue to build. Maybe it's not reflected in the chart, but we support communities that are also alongside us building, kind of like you, that alliance, right? Coming together, working together, supporting each other, not competing. These are really like the pillars of Sharby. So we have started the Sharby Hot Seat, which Meme Alliance was our guest this last week, but we have a hot seat every Monday. We bring on 3 projects. We talk for an hour, and the project that we actually vote after the hot seat in RTG, and the winning project, we award them with volume, 100,000 in volume from our volume bot. If the project, this next week, one of our guests is not on Soul, Sharby's still gonna do something for that project, right? If they win the vote. But anyway, we just keep building and building. I want to mention one last thing, which is our Git book, and I commented and pinned it. We worked about 2-3 months on this. Our Git book for Sharby is really a one-stop shop for our entire ecosystem. How to buy, where to buy, what we're offering, what Sharby is, how Sharby works, the benefits of Sharby. The Dream Factory is part of our way on the pay to hold for Solana. So Solana being our 0% chain, that we thought to ourselves, how can we incorporate the paid to hold into Solana, 0% taxed? And so we have our BBC Boost and our Boom Boom Capital group. The BBC Boost is a group of people. If you own 300 million or more Sharby, you're in this group. You get invited. So Sharby partners with projects, early invites to launches. And then if you hold 300 million Sharby, you're going to get airdropped from that project when they launch free. You're not required to buy into the launch. But Sharby gets supply from these projects that are launching, and we airdrop it to those holders. And then on the Dream Factory, the whole structure of it, 40% of the revenue that comes in from our Dream Factory is shared with our holders. So we have a tiered system explained in the Git book, but 40% goes back to revenue share. 10% goes to buy and burn, 10% will go to a referral bonus. So if any of you refer someone to any offering at our Dream Factory, you will get a 10% referral for that, referring that project that comes and uses any of the services we have to offer. So we've really working to build out that paid to hold on Solana being 0% tax.
I have a question about the Dream Factory. Are you guys planning also to kind of build maybe such a volume bot on EVM?
I do know that it's been discussed, having it just exclusive to Solana right now. But I do know that that's been discussed in the DAO. And I know Heroes.
Yeah, I mean, in Ethereum, it's a little bit harder, obviously, because you have the gas fees, right? But you have also Base, you have also Arbitrum, right? Mm-hmm. You have Polygon, so you have chains which also offer low gas fees, and you can do volume there as well. Yeah. But yeah, I like that idea of creating it's kind of like a service offering, right? What you're doing. Yes. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, a service offering.
And the revenue goes kind of like into the project and into the chart, or how does that work? Or it's like for the holders, it's going to be distributed?
Yes. So basically we'll take the revenue from the Dream Factory, 10% we give back to buy back and burn, 10% of that profit is going to whoever referred, right? So for every service, if you referred to us someone and they say they use the volume bot on their Solana project, we're going to kick you back to Sol for that, right? So say 40% goes to rev share, and then 40% back for community rewards to the project. Kind of the breakdown.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. That you kind of support the project with your own utility. That's cool.
Yes.
Like, that's nice. That's nice. So you guys are going to expand that Dream Factory with more services, I suppose,
Yes,
right?
yes.
In the near future.
Yeah, the volume bot kind of was our
That's really
initial, our initial push. We got the volume bot out there. We're doing the Sharpie hot seat every Monday, and we're going to kind of build it like a menu, right? Go in and, okay, is this what you need, or is this what you need? And really expand on it. Cause I think the ultimate goal for Sharpie and on Ethereum and Shibarium, having that pay to hold mechanism is, I don't want to ever have to sell Sharpie. I'm getting enough passive income, enough revenue off of the way that we've structured, right? That I don't even have to sell my token, because I'm still seeing that passive income coming in. And I can hold Sharpie and still be getting rewarded for that. For last year.
Yeah, I like that. I remember in the last, like around the last bull run, there was a lot of projects like that, right? Reflections and so on. But I think what you guys do, you actually don't reflect, you actually pay in USDC, correct?
Yeah. So on Ethereum, it's in Ethereum. And then on Solana, it's in Sol. But Hero might have to correct me on that.
No, I mean, because a lot of projects, they do reflections, and reflections you basically just get the same token, right? But I think it's much more special if you can reward someone in a different token, like you say, for example, Solana or Ethereum, right? I think that's really cool.
Yeah, no, we're not paying back in Sharpie. No. So, it's a passion project.
It's a wild ride. It's a wild ride.
I know. I am actually. So I am Crypto Hero's wife, and I was never in crypto before this project. So
yeah, Crypto Hero was also on the call last time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He walked in one day and he said, and he's been in crypto and stocks for a long time. And I was just the wife, annoyed that he was always on his phone. And so he said, there's this project, Sharpie, you have to get a Telegram account and come in and just see this community and these people. And I'm like, I was rebelling and I gave in, and I think that was like 450 days ago. And I think I've been on Telegram.
I honestly think, I think it's funny that you're saying this, because I honestly think a lot of men in crypto have that issue with wives, that wives often, they don't understand.
Yeah, I haven't left. So.
Yeah, that's good. But a lot of wives, they don't understand that, right? They are annoyed because the husband is busy with the Telegram or is busy with whatever call here and there. I know what you mean. I have the same sometimes. So I think that's actually a good approach. You should just launch.
I was
you just have to create a feminine meme coin, I guess, and I guess that's the way to do it.
That queen got me. Yes. I was like, she's pretty badass. Okay, you got me. But yeah, I was that wife that was like, seriously, we're on a car ride. Put down your phone. But no,
well, so it seems Hero is a pretty smart guy then. He figured out as the only one in the entire crypto industry how to crack the code of the wife.
I know he's laughing right now. He's listening.
No, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun, right? There's no bad doing in this. So, I know Sharpie is a legit project. So it's like, I know you guys are just mainly into this, doing this and having fun, right? So, it's kind of the same as we have, right? It's, even though it's hard work and so on, we are also enjoy doing it, because if there will be no fun in this, we would definitely not be here, right? Because people don't realize how much work there is in a project, it's a lot of work.
Yes, sir. I feel very bad for the years that I gave him so much shit, because, this Sharpie crypto people community, there's so many facets to it that are bringing us together, right? And at the core is the crypto, but, just I love it. I love it. It doesn't feel like work. You know, I've worked in the construction industry for 20 years. And you know, that's my corporate job. But I come in here and like I can work on an initiative or something 6 hours, and I'm like, I didn't even feel like work. It blows my mind. It blows my mind every day. But
Yeah.
love it, love it. And we love to show our kids, right? Like I think this is the future, and maybe we can stand for
Yeah.
something.
Digital currency,
Yeah.
so to say, right? It's hopefully not the CBDC digital currency, but the decentralized one, like we have right over here, pretty much. All right,
Thank
thanks
you.
a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We'll come back soon.
Definitely.
We're gonna go now to DOGELON Mars. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's IDKWBU. I don't know if it's a name that I can pronounce in one word, or it's a abbreviation of something. But thanks for being here, DOGELON Mars and IDK. How are you doing?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey,
Thank you for
how's
having
it
us.
going?
And you were right. It's IDK. What about you? You're right on point.
I don't know. What about you? Okay, gotcha. All right, gotcha.
Thank you for having us on the space
Was
today.
easy, by the way.
You killed it. You killed it.
Yeah, I'm not a native, so I don't know about all these abbreviations. I don't know, but what about you? I didn't know about that one, but that makes sense. How is things at DOGELON? I know you guys have been also doing a lot of what I find interesting, a lot of spaces, right? Like inviting different types of, so to say, narratives to the DOGELON community. How are things going over
Really
there?
good. I love that you point that out too. You know, we just want to spread the word of DOGELON as far as we can, and we love meeting new people, merging with new communities, spaces like this with people like yourselves, people building for years now. We just appreciate what everyone's doing to move the space forward, and we're happy to be, you know, always kind of like working parallel to the center of it. The spaces that we have weekly, Chinsanity hosts them. He really brings on an amazing batch of people every week for great conversations about all sorts of Web3 things. And I feel like that attitude encompasses what we do over here at DOGELON. We always want to be going to new journeys, whether that be building something new, building on a new chain. We're always here for expansion and growth. So a lot of the stuff that I've heard in this space today, especially from Sharby, shouts out Sharby, like we just love building, and we love working with builders. So thank you guys for having us. This is one of another amazing space to be a part of.
Yeah, I mean, DOGELON is on 3 chains, right? If I'm not mistaken, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Solana, right? And
Correct.
Ethereum.
Yeah. And
Yes.
there's more to come. So make sure that you guys follow the DOGELON page, and if you can, keep an eye out for announcements that will be coming out through the summer. We have a lot of really exciting stuff cooking right now, and we can't wait to share it with all of you.
Yeah, because I mean, DOGELON actually these chains which you have, you do keep kind of the price is in line, right, on each chain, if I'm not mistaken, because you guys are listed on quite big exchanges. So I guess that you kind of have a bridge there, correct?
Yeah, we've been around since 2021, so we have great relationships across the space, and we're really lucky to have partnered with the people that we've partnered, and know the people that we know. So it's just exciting to be able to bring our journey to so many different corners of Web3. That's really what it's all about, and like we love to see you guys doing the same thing. You know, we really love it.
Yeah, I mean the DOGELON character, you probably have seen it in our game. It's badass, you know. It really. I think it also really fits the character in general. It looks good, but it still has a bit of how do you call it? It has guts, right? And I think good DOGELON has a lot of guts. I mean, being here since 2021 shows that already, kind of, right? I mean, how many projects is here since 2021, right? There is not that many. You have projects like Shiba Inu. You have projects like, I believe Volt Inu is also here since that time, but there's not many there, right? And you guys basically will soon experience a second bull market, if I'm not mistaken. So which meme coin can say that, right? To experience a second bull market. There's not many. So I have much, respect for DOGELON and also the community. Like we have this vote, which we have pinned up, right? Like to the $500 buyback and burn. And your community is like, let's do this, guys. And yeah. I mean, you guys are leading with 64%. So, I mean, Bob, you have to work harder and DACAT, I guess, or Elon is just unstoppable. Maybe that's
No,
it.
we're
I don't know.
sending our love to all of you guys, but if there's one thing our community is, it's bullish. I absolutely love them. And, the community is what makes these projects fun, and there's no denying that. And it made my day to see that. I can't lie. I was just like, yes, you know what I mean? Like another one for the Martians.
Yeah, no, I'm also pretty sure you guys will do really well because you have a very good narrative still, right? Even now,
Well, the
the
lore
Elon
is like
and the
important
Mars
to us
narrative,
for
right?
sure. Yeah. And we have
Yeah,
everything chronicled in our
because the
comic
Mars mission. Yeah, and the Mars mission should be coming as well soon. So, that all kind of fits pretty well with your narrative. And I think you have a narrative that kind of never dies, right? That's good. Kind of like Bob, right? Bob is like a very universal narrative. Sharby as well, because Sharby is like a self-created kind of narrative. The same for DACAT, right? These are not like narratives which are temporarily. Like I think a lot of these politify tokens, they are like temporary. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. But, the elections are here, obviously. So you have these politify tokens popping up, right? The question is, how will they do after the elections? I'm sure that Bob will be here after the elections doing well. I'm sure Sharby will be here and DACAT and DOGELON, right? And we as well will be definitely here. So I think the narrative is obviously important here. But DOGELON also built a lot, right, over the years. It's not that it's just a narrative and a community. You guys have utility. And I think that's helping it to maintain that level. It maintains the interest of the community as well. And I think that, utility tokens, but not only, but utility tokens will probably start to thrive again soon, right? Because I remember it was the same, during previous bull market, like the utility tokens, they were doing really well, right? Even though memes weren't that well, they were big. You had Doge and you had SHIB and so on, but I mean, utility tokens are the ones that stayed. Like I just mentioned, DOGELON, Mars, Volt, right? They're still here, right? There's not that many so-to-call non-utility tokens that are still here. I mean, I hope for Bob that your bot is going to go back alive because I think that's going to help you guys a lot. And I think you guys should push that really hard because that bot was everywhere. I remember that bot, man. Even though it was everywhere, like it was captioned this or like or explain this, right, Bob? And it was everywhere over Twitter. So I totally do understand that this is in a way utility for you guys, right? It's a marketing utility, you could say. You guys should push really hard on that one. That one is really good.
We pushed very hard, and we were told that Elon himself is the one that banned us. So it's only up to Elon and him only if we ever make it back.
Wow. But that Elon himself banned you. Wow.
So I don't know if that's a good
That's
thing or
crazy.
bad thing. I guess we'll find out one day.
Well, I guess that is a bad thing in a way, but on the other hand, he might have a good day or he might have forgotten. You don't know, right?
We
the
really
man is
don't
busy,
know.
probably.
We've talked to some of the upper management there, and they kind of said it's his call. So.
Wow, but if Elon himself, I'm curious if the guy just has a ban button on his app. Probably he does, right? He can just ban things with it in a click. But that's crazy that he did it himself. I think he also did it himself with Grok, if I'm not mistaken. They had to change all kinds of things there.
We have
a
theory, and we're hoping that we're right. He didn't want us. Our bot drew from ChatGPT's database. We're hoping when we get the Grok API, we could pull from there, and he will allow it back. That's where our theory is, but we'll find out.
Yeah. No, we'll see. I mean, that would be great, right? All right, guys. So I'm now going to go through the comments on the space, and we're going to pick out 4 questions, one for each project. I think that for Sharby, we might not have one for you because you were not officially like in the title of the space. But I'm going to pick 4 questions, and each of the person I mention basically wins $50, right? We will contact you. So I have a question here for. Let me see if this one is a good one. Yeah, so I have a question here for DOGELON Mars from Luffy. I have known you guys for a long time, and you have gone through the worst bear cycle where memes were getting destroyed every day. How does Ellen manage to stay so strong, even as a meme project in such a worse market condition? Tell us. I don't know. What about you?
I should just answer with my name. No, I'm kidding. I think when we think of like Web3, this space, it's like maybe an ocean, right? And every trend that comes, which we know how often the trends roll in, they're like a wave. I think at DOGELON, we want to build the vessel that can brave any journey across said ocean and any tide and any wave. And I think that that's really what's helped us stay afloat and relevant for so long. And that attitude isn't going anywhere. So I feel that that's really like the best explanation for that question.
Yeah, community as well, right? Mainly, I think.
Yeah.
Like people that really like you guys built such a strong community during the I guess the you could say the bull cycle, that even during the bear cycle they stayed, right? They trusted you, and I think trust is probably one of the most important things.
True.
You know, because if nobody trusts you, then it's going to be hard, right?
I agree.
All right.
Yes. Very well done.
Thanks. Good answer. Let me see. I'm gonna pick another question now for. Here I have a question from Sir Mesumraza81 for DACAT. DACAT, how are you going to be different from other CAT tokens? I guess there's many CAT tokens out there, right? So tell us, how are you going to stay different from them?
Yeah, I'll take that one, or at least take a shot. I mean, for us, it was building. So kind of the genesis of us, as we mentioned in our kind of prepared initial statements, is just the fact that we've created an original meme, because of some trials and tribulations we had with the previous, from an IP standpoint, and just dealing with the nuisance of that. Even though we believe and in fact had a passionate community to raise funds and actually put everything in place to defend the meme economy from that perspective. From us, it was, how do we free ourselves to make a clear path for the bull run, create a meme that's somewhat universal, but also do it in a way that's super creative, that we can form into a brand. And then, and so we have, as you mentioned, content creators and passionate community members, former founders of other projects, large whales of some big projects in the backgrounds, ready to support this community. And for us, it's really just taking advantage of our strengths, of building community, building new branding and IP, as well as forming real life partnerships and doing good in the space and in the world, and doing it in a non-toxic way. We felt there was a need and a missing gap in the top meme tokens of a cat. And so, being DACAT, we thought we could be the best. So that's a few things that I'll at least mention here. Hopefully that's enough.
All right, thanks a lot. That makes sense. All right, I found a question for Bob. I lost it. From Tolga Ozek. You indicated, Bob, that the consistent volume on the exchanges shows sustained demand for Bob. How do you plan to maintain or increase the demand for Bob? Tell us, Bob. What are you going to do?
I guess just like everybody else, just keep pushing, trying to bring in more investors. I know we've talked to a few other exchanges, but that's not an official thing yet. Really, just keep our names out there. I know we have talked to KuCoin about some AMAs and stuff like that. So when the money comes back into the market, we're definitely going to push, some marketing through our top exchanges. And that's pretty much it for the moment.
Yeah, I mean, as a meme coin, like you guys have, a truly community-based meme coin, I think that's also everything you can do, because you guys are actually also community-owned in a way, right?
Pretty much.
It's not like, yeah,
It's
not like, that you have you probably do have a team, but I guess it's kind of a community-formed team, if I'm not mistaken.
It's like
right?
we kind of look at it as a hybrid type community takeover where we have the dev, them. They're still around. They still help. All the people that launched Bob are willing to do anything for Bob. And then they onboarded a bunch of the dedicated team members to kind of help out and formed, like, I guess, a super team where they could be the front lines and the other guys could just bring in big names and stuff to help us out.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. All right, now I have one more question for ourselves. Actually, nobody has questions for us. That's funny. We're such an interesting project. I see one question. Let me see if I can find another one. Nobody wants to know anything about Meme Alliance, guys. We have to change something about that. Okay, I found one. Where is it? How can I play without a computer? Yeah, that's a good question. Right now, you cannot play without a computer because our game is specifically built for high-quality PC/desktop gaming, right? Doesn't mean that you need to have the best quality PC or the highest spec PC in the world to play it. It's just that, it's an Unreal Engine 5 game with very high graphics. However, the plan is in the future to create a cross-platform kind of a game, and we will also be adding it on iOS and Android. So you will be able to basically play our game on your phone with people that are playing on PC, right? And if we may dream a little bit further, we might even go one day to PlayStation, right? I mean, these things are all possible. It's just that right now we want to focus on delivering a high-quality PC game. If I go a little bit deeper into that, like we mentioned, Immutable for us is a very big partnership, and we will be able to also list our game on platforms such as Epic Games, right? So Epic Games obviously would be another big step for us because a lot of gamers will be, and Epic Games is used by millions, if not close to 1 billion, right? Millions of players, and as you know, Fortnite is one of their biggest titles, and as you know, Fortnite right now is probably one of the most popular games out there, and we will basically be on that same platform, right, at some point. And that might not take that long, actually, because we will be able to do that with the computer version. But we first, and that's what we also said, why we kind of delayed the Solana launch/race. We said first we need to just have that game because, we can launch on another chain, but we first need to have a properly working product, which is what our focus is on now, including the IMX integration. So, very amazing bullish things ahead for Meme Alliance. We are going to another chain, which is the Immutable chain. But that is not a chain where we will be minting another 100 million tokens, but it will be a kind of a mint burn logic where if somebody sends from ETH their MMA to the IMX chain, they will get locked on the ETH side and they will get minted on the IMX side. If they send it from IMX to ETH, they will get burned on IMX and they will be basically unlocked on Ethereum, right? So we're going to go multi-chain. IMX will be a low gas fee chain, which is similar in gas fees as Solana. However, IMX has this amazing thing that it allows us to build utility like staking, like NFT collections in a very, very professional and easy way. And as well, we will be able to sell items, right, through IMX, and we will be also adding liquidity on that chain so that people can actually trade our token there. And I think that's going to be very interesting to see, especially because on IMX there is not that many tokens, like whitelisted tokens. So that's something we're working on. But to answer your question shortly, no, you have to have a PC, a quite decent PC, and it has to be a Windows for now. We don't have MacBook support. Alrighty, so I see there's still some people that requested to speak. Let me just unmute them as well. Maybe they have a question for any of you guys. Snoop Bob, yes. Crypt Haramzi we have, and we have Emperor Pingu. Hey guys, put your hand up if you want to say something. I think that they left already. Maybe they're shy. That's fine. Somebody else is here.
Hello, gents. How are you?
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, all good. How's it going?
Oh, good, man. I just popped up to say a few things and drop some ideas also. So, first of all, for the people who don't know, MMA is it's the most undervalued GameFi token that I have ever come across, even in this bleed market. I mean, there's no other game that has the catalyst that this one owns right now. I mean, the game it's in fully beta in a matter of few weeks, if I'm not mistaken. We're waiting for the latest build. The team is proven from Elmo and probably some other projects before that I don't know. There's no red flags, nothing at all, no VC money in it. I mean, it's pretty easy for every degen to do the research and find out about it. So I'm gonna leave that to them. A question I had. So regarding the beta lands and the leaderboard, I was thinking, what's the minimum marketing move we can do to attract gamers without any super big expenses or some technical problems? And I was thinking maybe a small play to airdrop campaign, which would be minimal, if that could like provide us a huge user boost, at least at the start of the beta.
Yes, that's exactly what we're actually internally discussing, like a kind of a play to earn kind of way that you're saying that, you play our game and you basically, earn through an airdrop, right? But the good thing is about IMX, for example, the Immutable, that is going to do the marketing itself, because you know Immutable, right?
Yeah.
You are very well known with them, so you know that they have a large user platform, so whenever Immutable tweets that our game is live, we can expect already quite a big influx of new players, right?
Yep.
And I think that's going to be the moment that's already marketing itself. But like you say, we are indeed planning to do something similar to an airdrop to promote the launch, right? To get as many players as we can.
Yeah, that's dope. Some other funny idea. So I had a discussion with a friend today, and I was trying to find like new ideas about, this play to airdrop, all this kind of marketing schemes. And I think a good new thing would be feedback to airdrop, or testing to airdrop. You mean like you play the game, there is a form that the player can always fill in the site or in the game. So the player fills his feedback. He puts his feedback in the form. Even that could be bug, that could be like features that could make the game better or something like that. And if the team deems the feedback worthy, he just takes a small cut. This is like a fast track internal testing, I would say. I don't know. I was just speaking with a friend today. I said this stuff, and I was like, yeah, it doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah, I mean, the game is not, the advantage of our game is that for now we have only one map, right? And we don't have that many weapons.
True.
So I think having even like a community round or something like that to play the game first would be sufficient to find pretty much all bugs. We are quite confident that we have found most of the bugs, right? Because we have played already many hours on this version, and that's why also we were said that we need to improve it a little. I do understand what you're saying, right? But I think this is more for a game that is really, really large, where you need thousands of people to play, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Feedback, I do agree, but that's a good thing for a platform like, for example, Epic Games, right? People can kind of leave their opinions there, and if you see there is something that people are constantly repeating, then you know that you have to improve that, right?
True.
That is also why we are trying to figure that out. But first and foremost, the most important is like having a working game before going to Epic Games. Because if you're going to Epic Games and your game is like just half working, you're gonna get bad feedback, and it's very hard to get more players after that, right?
Yeah.
Because the feedback stays even though you release a new version, right? So I see a lot of projects that do that. They release like very early betas on Epic, and then they get a lot of bad feedback because they have so many bugs, and that's why we are not rushing to list it on there for now.
This worked for Neon Heroes though, but Neon Heroes was a big maps and a lot of stuff, so it was kind of making sense for them to do alpha testing on Epic Games.
Yes, of course. But if you have a lot of stuff going on, yes. But we are more like developing it in a way that we want to have a good working, functioning game, which is fun. And I think this version is going to be that. Leaderboards are going to add a little bit of competitivity to it, but also motivation to play. And if it's about like weapons, if it's about maps, that is something that we can build over time, right? We know already that we want to have more maps. We want to have like a more close combat type of game, right? Map. We want to have some cool game modes, which we don't have yet. But these things will come, right? It's like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's kind of like saying like Call of Duty, released their first game when? I think it was in the 2000s, maybe even earlier, right?
True.
They
Yeah.
also kind of every year even though they call it a new game, it's kind of an improvement of the previous game, if you can call it that, right?
True. We're already too early. Like, I
Yeah, exactly.
challenge anyone right now. I'll give him like my private keys if this happens to find me like 3 FPS games in all chains that are on this development stage right now. They won't find more than 2.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I'm not gonna hog the mic more. I'm waiting to see all the developments and stuff. Excited to play.
Yeah, thanks.
And the last remark,
Yeah, me too.
I'm waiting for. I would like to see enormous community in the near future here. Just a note.
Yeah, I'd like to see the same, right? And I mean, not only our community, I would like to exactly see, like the memes coming together here, right? It's not only about our game, it's also about,
Yeah.
like, probably Bob would have not speak with Sharby if it was not for this space, right? Just an example, or DOGELON, or, that's why I think it's pretty cool to keep doing this. And I think having at some point a mega space with all our partners would be really, really badass. Like that we will have, that we could probably, if we all together, like make it a thing, we could probably get easily 1,000 to 2,000 listeners, right? And it will benefit every single one of our projects, not just ours. It will benefit all of our projects. So I think that's something we should look into. I just need somebody to co-host me here, man, because that's going to be a long space, That's going to be a long space. But we'll definitely look into that. If it's about the game, we could release it already now, but we don't want to release something which is not working as good as we want it to work, right? I mean, the shooting works, the characters look amazing. There is just some things which are so obvious bugs that you need to fix those first, right? But there is some really cool features, like we have like the airstrikes, we have drones, all that cool stuff. So it's actually really cool. I played it. It's going to be entirely different from what we have right now available, right? It's going to be 100 times better, I could say. So that's going to be interesting.
Man.
Yeah, every character will have a special power as well, so that's cool. Like every character, you would want to play a different character, like you would want to play Sharby in a different match because Sharby has a different special power, right? So it's going to be also interesting to see that.
That's great, man. Thanks for your time, and
thank
see you around.
Yep. Thanks a lot, man. Anyone else has a question? I see T-Star and Comfort. If you guys have a question, just please raise your hand. Or just speak up. Yeah. What's up, T-Star? How are you doing?
Hey guys, I need to say goodbye. I'm sorry to interrupt. I need to say goodbye. It was a pleasure to be here.
Sure.
Thanks for the opportunity. Keep in touch with the community we had here today, for sure. So thanks a lot.
Thanks, Snoop. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, T-Star, go ahead.
I was going to ask a question earlier, but during the answer towards one of the questions that was asked recently, you answered the question. I was going to ask that, are you planning on any improvement on the game aspect? So you already answered that. So I think I'm satisfied with that, and I really love joining this space. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. I'm sorry, but
All right.
But did you sorry, T-Star, just to come back to you for a second, did you ask a specific question? Because I got interrupted for a second. Somebody was calling me. I might have missed it.
Can I
Yeah, sure.
ask my question?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so the concerning the boat, is it going to be working on many Telegram platform like that of Amstar Combat? Will it be something like that or something different?
Which vote? Sorry, once again, which vote are you referring to?
The one you guys are talking about that you're about to launch or planning to.
Okay. No, You mean the vote for the buyback and burn?
Yes.
No, it's in our Telegram group, so you can just join our Telegram group, and there you can vote, basically.
All right.
All right, thank you. All right, guys, I'm just gonna give everyone like a moment to kind of like say, I wouldn't say goodbye, because we're gonna meet again soon, I'm pretty sure. But just kind of give an outro for yourself, right? On what we can expect, and just say goodbye in a way to the audience, because it's pretty late, right? It's 1.5 hours already. So let's go with Bob. Do you have anything to add over here, Bob, or are you just too excited to see your character in our game?
I'm just too excited to see our character in the game.
That's the easiest answer you could give, right?
That's the easiest. Not. Thanks for having us. Thanks for partnering with us. This will be exciting for everybody.
Yeah.
So if
Cool.
anyone wants to just join our TG at all, just you only have to buy Bob. Just come in and vibe with us. That's all.
All right. Thanks, buddy. I'm in there. I bought Bob, to be honest. So.
Smart man.
Yeah, waiting for the pump.
I know. Like us all.
Thanks a lot, man, for being here, and we'll be in touch about partnering up. I'll also be creating that Meme Alliance partner group, so you guys can, if you want to connect and work together, right?
That'd be great.
All right, thanks, man. Sharby?
Thank you for having us. I am sorry that I didn't see your message
That's fine.
in time, but you still gave us space to talk, so really appreciate you for that. I just want to echo what you said with Bob, and I don't know what about you. I still didn't get that. And don't worry, because I go by All Dolled Up, and nobody knows. They always say, thank you for joining a space, because I finally figured out your name. But just everyone, thank you.
That's why
Sharby,
I'm happy you joined from Sharby actually today.
Yeah, I didn't have to say All Dolled Up. Back to my first story, All Dolled Up was my eBay seller name. I was a power seller on eBay in the early 2000s, and I had no clue what to make my Telegram name, and that's how I ended up with this. So maybe I'll go through a rebrand. I don't know. But thank you again to the other projects too. Sharby has built. We're kind of in that homegrown building, right? Like, we could also go and make our charts move and do, have a short term something happen. And that's just not really how we're driven. We're building, we're collaborating, we're partnering, supporting other projects. We've built such a valuable network, having that mindset. And I think a lot of the other projects here today have the same. So we are here. We would love to join that TG and get us all together for a Mega Spaces. This is like my 4th or 5th AMA. I made a promise to myself to just get behind the microphone, and it's been a journey for me, because I get super nervous right before, and then I'll DM Hero and be like, I can't do it. I'm not doing it. And then I end up doing it and feeling great afterward. But, thanks again, and have a great weekend to all the projects.
Thanks a lot,
We'll
Sharby. Thanks for being here again. Thanks for taking your time to spend time with us, right? And we'll be in touch, because with Sharby we always have had a great contact, since the beginning, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna continue having so. Thanks a lot for being here. All right, DACAT, DB Crypto.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us. I know that I speak for the team that in the community that we're just so excited to partner. We're very excited to see DACAT in the game. Super excited to continue this journey and invite everyone to join us in that with DACAT. We think there's a gap in the market where our aim is absolutely to fill that gap. And we're excited to release some new alpha soon. We know we've talked a little bit about our graphic novel, and we'd love to partner up with some more communities with that aspect and within memes in our graphic novel. So we think it's a great marriage of communities coming together and just helping each other in lots of different ways. We think that is the way to win, and we are absolutely here for the long run. And so we're excited to join everyone in this room. Thank you for having us and for the support. And we look forward to the, weeks and months ahead, working with you guys and anyone else that would like to join us in our effort. So thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
The cat to the moon.
DACAT to the moon, everybody to the moon. Thanks a lot, man. I think it would be interesting to for Sharby as well to maybe invite you to the hot seat. It's a nice space. Maybe Sharby could invite you there. I think it's interesting. It's a nice. It's kind of similar like this, right? Different projects where people can kind of, come and join and learn a bit about everybody, right? Not just about one thing. And I think that's important also for people which are here, which are maybe they're part of a community, but it's cool that they can actually hear about different projects as well, right? And also knowing in a way that we are all here doing the right thing and not, trying to scam anyone, or we are trying to at least do our due diligence, right, on projects which we invite. So I think that's important for people as well, that they know that they're in a safe space here, so to say, right? All right, I don't know what about you, but I'm tired. Tell me.
I love you guys. That's all I have to say. Thank you for having us here today. Shouts out everyone on this space. Thank you to our lovely guests, and we will see you guys on Mars.
Yes, on Mars, not on the moon. Mars is further and higher, right? So that's good. All right, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for being here, DOGELON, Mars, and I don't know what about you. So for everyone listening here, we have the poll still up for the $500 buyback and burn for any of the participants. The only thing you have to do is join our TG and vote on the pin poll. I know that DOGELON Mars is leading, so Bob and DACAT have to try to get some more votes in there. So basically, keep an eye on our socials, because we're going to release some cool stuff soon. Some of these things are going to be as well partnerships, like we mentioned today with Bob and DACAT, but also some other stuff like the release of our game. And we're going to be doing these spaces more frequently. And I'm going to look into a mega space, because I think that's really damn cool, right? To have 10 or 12 meme coins on here, just, having fun, right? Not let's say, shilling in a way that, to take down another project, but just to have fun as an alliance. And we're going to do that. We're going to arrange that, guys. I'm going to first create a partner group now, basically, where I'm going to invite all the partners, and we're going to have some fun there, and let's unite the meme coins in this space, and let's all go to Mars. I don't know, what about you, Seth? Thanks, everyone. Have a good evening or afternoon and weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye.